Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Xavier Curry.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And now, Michael Harris. The pitch. On the corner for a strike. And we are underway. The pitch.
Ball, catch inside.
And that one fouled off. The 1-2. And down on strikes. And there's one away.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Right through there for a strike. One out, base is empty. Now this is in the air down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 outs, base is empty. Marcell Ozuna, the next to hit. On the ground, finds its way through, base hit. Around first, digging for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. On to the bottom of the first, no score. Here with my pal Siggy, and getting to start, Grant Holmes.
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match, but I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
We go to the bottom of the first, and at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Bounce to the left side. Arcia fires to first on the run. And a quick out, number 1. And time now for the Marlins lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. That gets down for a hit. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
Pretty good fastball location, down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time though.
One down. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Man at second. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly, or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
That's in for a strike at 95, and it's 1-2. Got him. And there are two down.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Ball one there. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. And a pitch. On the ground at first. Bright takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
That is fifth. The third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here's Austin Riley.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off of Michael Walker fastball in his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boo.
Kicks and deals. That's in there, and it's 1-1. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
Hill makes the catch, and a couple of quick outs.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season. Could be a big moment for him right here. He's sitting on 999 hits, 1 away from adding a comma to that total.
Just missed.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pitch. And a rope into center field, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And that is his 1,000th major league hit. A nice moment for him.
Yeah, anytime you flip the page on a career milestone, it feels really good. You know that number's in front of you for a long time, and you can't get there fast enough. Good for him.
So here's Murphy now. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Here comes the 0-1. And there's a ball. That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. Second inning here, no score. Line drive. Hauls it in to end the inning. Braves strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Lone Depot Park. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Holmes back to work. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. That one missed.
That's inside.
And he deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting fifth. The third baseman.
Now here is Connor Norby. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that away, and we'll do it again. One down, base is empty. That misses, and that is ball one.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Good job to fight that one off. 1-2. Left field. Ozuna sizes this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Batting seventh. The left fielder.
Now the left fielder, homered last night, added another hit as well. Swings through that one.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Fought off foul. Kicks and fires. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first, and he held up. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Miami, here's Orlando Arcia.
The shortstop. Orlando.
Curry, the 6-foot righty. 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2019. Popped up foul territory behind the plate. Fortes puts it away for the out. One down. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And ball one.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Into the second deck it goes, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time.
The batter, number 7, designated hitter, Jurickson.
2 outs, base is empty. Profar climbs in on that left side. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Righty delivers. And that's outside. And that one hit to first, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak, and there's some buzz about it now, Siggy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
Man at first, here's Marcell Ozuna. Right through there for a strike. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Albies with the key hit for Atlanta. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Derek Hill. Holmes back to work. Wouldn't chase that time. And another ball. That one misses, and that's ball 3. And there's the automatic. The pitch. And he walked him.
Ball four.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And that one fouled off.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And the pitch. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Hill on at first, nobody out. Ground ball could be 2. Albies off balance feed. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Back to the top of the Miami order, and now Otto Lopez. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The next pitch misses. Ball 2. Home team down a run here in the last half of the 3rd. Right side, and that chance handled. Over to Arcia. That's 1. Over to first, safe. Now here's the Marlins DH. Griffin Conant doubled his first time up. Just missed. Tying run is at first here in the 2nd game of the series. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at 2nd. 2 on and 2 out.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So 2 on with 2 away. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. And fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores. It's 1-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And up next for Miami, Jonah Bride. Right through there for a strike. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The right-hander back to work.
2023 was a special season for Ronald Acuna Jr., the unanimous MVP in the National League. After putting together the first ever 40-70 season in baseball history, safe to say he's going to be a special player for a long time.
That one lifted to left. Sizing this one up. And out number one on the grab. And now Austin Riley. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside low. The count now 2-2. And he grounds one to the right side, and it goes just foul. The wind of the pitch. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Matt Olson. 1 for 1 with a single so far. There's a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Next offering is in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Way inside, gets out of the way. Next pitch is outside. That one is absolutely belted. And it's out of here. He hammers one out to right. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, it's such a good chance that it's going to hook foul. But not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, makes the play, and it's out number 3. Braves get one on the big fly, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. The wind and the pitch. That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That clips the zone, and the count is 1-2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And another ball. Got him. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
So digging in, Connor Norton. Fly to left his first time. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The Fish trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And the righty deals. That one not close. And the count 1-2. And that's a little high.
Really good two-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's the left fielder. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in there. That's strike one.
0-1.
Two outs. And it's fouled away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Miami down in order. And our score remains 2-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Top five, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Orlando Arcia. And the right-hander back to work. And a good eye there. Fastball for a strike. And a 1-1. That one in there across the letters. Number 83 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
1-2 now. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Right-handed reliever. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike three.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Nope.
That one missing inside. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one's in there, and that's strike one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Next offering is down low. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Declan Cronin preparing to come on if needed. One down, base is empty. Foul ball. And the pitch. That's fast to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The wind of the pitch. Swings and misses. And the first 2 set down at the top of the fifth.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next one off the plate inside. 1-1. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Good eye right there. Caught him looking for the K. And the Braves go down quietly, but they still lead it 2-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now the center fielder, Derek Hill.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. Just missed.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
And now it's even up. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Bryce Elder up and loosening in the pen. Waldrop getting loose as well. The Braves leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. And another ball. And that one fouled off. And the right-hander deals. And that one a little below the knees. And it's 3-2. Otto Lopez in the on-deck circle. Runner at first with no outs here. And a swing and a miss. And one gone. Back to the top of the lineup. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That clips the corner. Hill leads off first with one away. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Right-hander kicks, deals. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Drops into the glove.
designated hitter, Griffin.
So now the DH spot, Griffin Conine. First offering, and it just misses. Fastball for a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
And a strike in there. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5. It's the Braves 2 and the Marlins 1. Back here in Miami, new inning getting started. Now the number 2 hitter, Jurickson Profar. Profar measures 6 feet even, 31 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The batter, the left fielder.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Misses inside. And that's ball 2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Wouldn't chase that time. Right through there for a strike. Struck him out looking. Two outs, base is empty. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His 2nd of the year. It's 3-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And here is Austin Riley. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
One run across in the frame so far here in the 2nd game of the series. And that one in the air center field. Hill should have this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. One more for Atlanta on the homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Bryce Elder.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
The pitch. And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's just foul. The pitch. Strike two.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ballgame if you're not careful.
And a pitch. That one down the line. Olsen steps on the bag. One up, one down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
And here is Jonah Bride. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. See you later. They must be going crazy in the dugout. His first homer of the year. It's 3-2.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
One out, base is empty. And now here is Jesus Sanchez. Hit on the ground to the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Connor Norby.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Foul ball there. That one hit to right. Acuna after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Matt Olson up to the plate.
Matt Olson.
The line to kick the pitch. And that one just missed off the outside edge. And a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Edge of the zone for a strike. Going to count 1-2. And another ball. Got it. And one out now. Here's Sean Murphy. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing. But it's that big arm that really stands out.
No strike.
Here comes a pitch.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Turned on, but foul wide of third.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
One down, base is empty.
Thank you.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Curveball drops in there.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw is still in time, and they do get the out. Down in order go the Braves, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, number 54. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Joe Jimenez, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Bummer, a left-hander, also throwing. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone.
Got him swinging. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
The catcher, number 4, Nick Fortes.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Nick Fortes. Gets the outside corner with that one.
0-1.
Next offering is outside. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. And the Marlins down quietly. They're down 3-2. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Declan Cronin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ozzie Albies digs in now. He's already homered in this game. The pitch. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Makes the grab, one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So up next, Michael Harris. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Anthony Bender, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Out there to center. Hill makes his way towards it. Hauls it in after a long run. And there's 2 away.
The bat, number 7, designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Jurickson Profar getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Just missed. Profar gets a piece there. Next offered in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Way inside. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Ozuna in the box now. No balls and a strike. Hot shot to third. They get the force, and that is the inning. 1 left for Atlanta, but they still lead at 3-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Joe Jimenez. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Number 77.
Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And a pitch. And the slider just misses. Movement in the bullpen, Raisel Iglesias, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball evens the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. Griffin Conine waits on deck for Miami. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. Right down to shoot, and that is strike 1. And a pitch. On the ground. And it's just foul. That was close. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground left side, 6. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score.
I think he just rushed that one. Great chance to turn 2, and As an infielder on a play like that, I think guys can get a little excited and forget to make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get 9.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins, known for his late inning heroics. And there's a ball. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
So the tying run at second. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. On to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And here's the first baseman, Jonah Bride. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. The tying run is 90 feet away. And 2 now as he swings through it.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Got him! Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Bender. Well, 1-run game. Here's Acuna now. The wind of the pitch. Bender, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slurve, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. Kicks and deals. And that drops in for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Way outside, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Miami's bullpen with some action. Number 53, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. To the right side, Lopez. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Two outs, base is empty. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
2 outs. On the ground to the left. Zips it to first. And Olsen is set down. And the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Braves 3 and the Marlins 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Raisel Iglesias. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. A wind in the pitch. Fought off foul. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Fly ball down the line. Acuna there. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
So it's their last chance in this one. Number 54, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. A 1-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Been a pretty rough game at the plate for him so far. A bunch of strikeouts, so that felt good, I'm sure. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
2 outs, runner on first. Here's the center fielder, Derek Hill. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
That's a big run over there at first base. He's got some speed. Let's see if they send him.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. And a good eye there. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And here it comes. Bounced up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throws from his knees. And that is the ball game.
Pressure packed in this final inning. Tying run on base. Great running and diving catch to rob the base hit and also prevent that run from scoring. What a great job. A lot of excitement in that dugout. And it's going to carry into the clubhouse.
3-2 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 3 runners on base. For the Marlins, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.